Evening viewer, welcome to our Glory Globe TV or some breaking news. India may be about to give China a taste of its own medicine, or so the messaging suggests. Just like China assigns new names to places it claims as its own, such as Tibet and India's Arunachal Pradesh, India may be about to assign new names to places in China-controlled Tibet. Tibet is a historical and cultural origin that was for long a buffer between India and China until 1949 to 50. That was when the Chinese communist regime invaded the region and took over its direct control, beginning its ongoing repression of the natives. China not just occupied Tibet but also declared India's Ladakh part of the Jammu and Kashmir state at the time, and Arunachal as part of Tibet and claimed as its own. While Tibet's territorial claims do predate the Chinese takeover of the region, it was only after the communist regime took over the region that proactive steps were taken by Beijing to peddle a narrative to justify not just Tibet occupation but also claims on Ladakh and Arunachal. In response to China's cartographic aggressions, India has now planned to assign new names to 24 places in Tibet, according to a report in the Diplomat. The report says that New Delhi is convinced that the renaming is part of a Chinese campaign to boost its territorial claims, and scholars agree. Anushka Saxena, a China researcher at the Takshashila institution, says China has adopted this strategy both internally and externally for a long time. She says the idea is to set the narrative that will boost Beijing's version of history and territorial claims as these new names acquire mainstream usage over time. Following the Chinese occupation, Tibet was renamed as Xinjiang, and China started referring to Arunachal as Jiangnan, southern Tibet. China has indulged in the renaming exercise first and foremost to rewrite history to solidify claims over territories it says is disputed, even though they may not in reality be disputed. Secondly, the idea is to insert Chinese names in the usage of other countries and governments so that associated territories only seem to be remembered as a part of the mainland. Thirdly, China also uses the renaming exercise as a response to actions that violate its so-called red lines, says Saxena, a China studies research analyst, and also he was Takshashila's Indo-Pacific Studies Program instructor. Indeed, the Chinese renaming exercise in Arunachal have coincided with developments in the China-India relationship. The first such renaming happened in 2017 after the Tibetan leader, the Dalai Lama, whom China considers a separatist, stayed in Arunachal for a week. The next three episodes happened after the India-China border crisis of 2020 that witnessed a paradigm shift in India's China policy. Behind this exclusive report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.